and gentlemen, we are live. And usually we don't go live on Mondays, but I decided, you know what? It's a championship victory Monday. So I figured, hey, why don't we give you guys a preview in the morning, talk about some injury news, because apparently some person on Twitter, some Twitter doctor, is trying to say something about our starting quarterback, which we'll get to in a second. But it's an exciting day. The Patriots are heading back to Super Bowl 60. So I want to celebrate. I decided, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go live. Wanted to go live at 4 o'clock, but 4 Central Time, but 4:30 Eastern Time is still good enough. So as we start every single live show, only got 30 people in the chat. I'm sure a lot more people will tune in. Go ahead. Shout out your city down below. I want to know where you guys are celebrating this Patriots championship, AFC championship win at. Let me know. Big Mac Phil says, go Bills. Real? Okay. I mean, welcome to the chat. Thanks for subbing. Calvin Caliber says, yo, what's good, Calvin? What's good? Charlie says, Pats. I'm not seeing any comments. There we go. Anthony's in Pittsburgh. Just got an article. Yeah, Steven, we'll talk about that. That is one of the main reasons why we're going live. So, I mean, Pro Football Doc. I'm like baffled right now. Yeah, the Nissan, NESN, whatever you want to call it. Did we get Bo Nixed? That's the question. Did we get Bo Nixed? Reed? I don't know. Matthew McKenna in East Meadow. Shout out to Long Island, brother. Shout out to Long Island. Neofel, Philly, but born and raised in Massachusetts. Good luck out there, man. Is internal medicine, is that... I'll just say Venezuela. I don't want to mess up Caracas. Would that be right? Wareham, Massachusetts. Shout out to Bruce. Go Pats, man. So, Reed, I had to change up my script. Let's just show the tweet before we get into the cut from Pro Football Doc, because that actually, it honestly pissed me off. It got me so freaking mad, because I'm chilling here, and you could see this is literally from 30 minutes ago. Central Time, so we are on Central Time. So he tweeted this out at 5:05 Eastern Time, and he said, Drake Maye injured his right shoulder against the Broncos. How severe the injury is and the exact diagnosis remains to be determined heading into Super Bowl 60. I'm far more concerned about Maye's shoulder than Sam Darnold's oblique. And I just want to say, he went on a 4-minute tangent about this, talking about, you can see him kind of going like this on his shoulder. You could kind of see that. And then this is the best part. He was like, it was on a running play. He got hit and then came up a little, trying to grimace his shoulder a little bit. And then 2 plays later, they ran a pass play and threw a 30-yard pass play to Mac Hollins. But it was a design pass play, and then they only proceeded to throw the ball 2 more times the rest of the game. Well, guess what, David Chow? Did you see the weather? Did you see the Broncos defense? And then after the game, Drake Maye was celebrating. We saw the interviews. If you guys noticed, the difference between that and Bo Nix is Bo Nix didn't speak to the media after the game. He didn't have his press conference. The first press conference was Sean Payton coming out and saying, yeah, he broke his ankle. All right, we just got to talk about it. So we saw in the post-game locker room the video. If you guys watched it, he's been fine. I don't believe this. And not to mention, if you go back to last week when the Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills, when, what's-his-name made the field goal, Will Lutz, you could see he didn't even celebrate. Bo Nix didn't even celebrate. He was just kind of, cool, we won. All right, cool. Drake Maye, with his right shoulder after getting the first down, pump faked as hard as he could in celebration. So, what are we doing here? Is it because you want publicity before the Super Bowl? Is that what you want? No, I don't believe this in the slightest. So go down in the comments. Let me hear you. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe Drake Maye hurt his shoulder yesterday against the Broncos? Do you believe it? Yeah. I feel like we would have heard something by now. And if he was really injured, which we'll talk about the actual injury that occurred on the field yesterday, actually occurred with Robert Spillane. Yeah. And he left the game. And he had an injury designation. So that is one thing. Yeah, Connor, is Robert Spillane okay? That's what we'll talk about on today's show. Only a two-segment live. Came in, just want to kind of to hang out with you guys. We got 62 people in the chat. Hit that thumbs up icon while you do it. But we got injury news involving Robert Spillane and apparently Drake Maye, and then a mailbag. So ask all your questions. Hashtag Patriots as usual. Links, not an injury, but might have done something to it. Seemed like it hurt quite a bit after that tackle, but didn't seem to affect him that much after that. Yeah, I mean, it's football, man. You're going to have bumps. You're going to have bruises. You're going to be roughed up. Did you see Caleb Williams after the loss against the Los Angeles Rams? Did you see that video, Reed? Oh my God, he was at the Bulls game, and he was walking up the stairs, and he was like this. He was limping up the stairs because that's football. That's football. Exactly. Warriors come out to play. He'll ice it up and be fine. Exactly. I'm not worried about this, but I mean, obviously, if someone comes out and says it, and a guy that's been sued a bunch of times, and I will say this, Pro Football Doc, he did talk about Will Campbell, and we talked about Will Campbell on this show when Will Campbell got hurt. And we made a quote. I have a quote. It's probably somewhere deep in the Patriots graphics that we make from Pro Football Doc talking about Will Campbell saying, yeah, I think his knee is fine. It's just a sprain. He'll be back by the playoffs. And look what happened. He's back. So we'll see. Also, I saw Pro Football Doc in a huge fight with Ryan Leaf, saying Ryan Leaf is the reason why that I became addicted to pills. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter. It was a couple weeks ago. Ryan Leaf accused Dr. David Chow. Oh, no, he didn't accuse him of getting addicted to pills. Ryan Leaf accused David Chow of killing Junior Seau. Yeah. So that's who's claiming that Drake Maye got hurt. So it's interesting. Trav, I see you in the chat, my guy. I see you. Keep using your hashtag Patriots. Landry, look, guys, we have no update on Landry. He was out. I don't think he's going to play in the Super Bowl. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think so. But if you're ready to start the show, we got 66 people in the chat. We need to get those like numbers up. We cannot start the show until we get to 35 likes. So hit that thumbs up icon. What's going on, Tisobi? What's going on? Well, it's late there, ain't it? Out in Germany. No, Landry didn't practice at all. Landry missed practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thank you, Jack. And yeah, Jack is still stuck. Well, most people are not at work today. I want to say how many people showed up in office. 5? 5? 6. 6 people. 6 people walked to work today. Oh, dog. I don't think we should be as scared of Seattle, in my opinion. We have a better defense than them, and we play better defenses. No, I don't agree at all. In your bed, I appreciate you watching, my guy. Appreciate you watching. Sorry, O-Dog, but I disagree wholeheartedly and absolutely completely. I think Seattle's defense is better than Denver's. I think Seattle's defense is better than Houston's. I don't think we have a better defense than Seattle. Go watch the video. I literally told you every part of the defense that is better than the Patriots. Yeah, exactly, Mr. G. Fetty. And not to mention, the difference between the teams that we have faced, like with the Chargers, they had no offensive line. They couldn't do anything on offense. The defense was solid. That's why we struggled a little bit. And then you go into Houston. Houston's defense is so dominant, but they had a crutch at quarterback with C.J. Stroud. They couldn't do anything on offense. Then you go to Denver. They have an amazing defense, no offense. Anybody wants to say Bo Nix, Bo Nix, Bo Nix, Bo Nix? I don't care. I don't care. Sean Payton lost him the game yesterday. It's fine. Then you go into next week. Well, Seattle has a great defense, but Seattle also has a good offensive line, a good quarterback, the best wide receiver in football. It's going to be a tough game, guys. It's going to be a tough game. You're going to need Robert Spillane 110%. Kish, you got to use hashtag Patriots. Got to use hashtag Patriots. Get your questions in, guys. We got a mailbag. Moose still saying we only won because Peyton didn't take the points. I mean, somewhat, right? Somewhat right. I mean, it's a totally different ball game. We'll never know what happened. We won the game, so you can make up as much excuses as you want. But one of the big reasons why the Patriots won yesterday is, because Sean Payton got arrogant, and with a backup quarterback, when you're not supposed to do that, that's the number one rule when you don't have your starter, is kick the field goal. Take the points. Points are valuable in the playoffs. You kind of need points to win games. No, because they would have missed the field goal. We're going to talk a whole video about Spillane, guys. I'm only worried about JSN. I'm terrified of JSN. Terrified. Not terrified of anybody else on that offense. K9, cool. We got a good team. Who day? Who was the dog that won the duck race during the NFC game? Who day? You won it. Double S predicting Sam Darnold throws 3 picks. I like that. I hope you're right. I hope he sees Ghost. I was at the Seeing Ghost game, which is crazy to think. I was at that game. Keep asking your questions, guys. We're about to get into our first segment of the day, talking about injury news, Spillane, and apparently Drake Maye. And I'm going to go on a huge rant. Who duck? Does Spillane have a high ankle injury? We don't know the extent of the ankle injury, Mr. Snoopy. But he was celebrating out on the field, and they asked him about his ankle, and he said, you'll see. You'll see. But let's get into it. Let's talk about some of these because we got 41 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon. Also, keep asking your questions. Hashtag Patriots. Hashtag Patriots. Kish, I see your question. That will be on the mailbag. Keep doing that. Keep being like Kish. Keep being like everybody else. Ask your questions, and let's get into today's cut. We are 13 days away when the New England Patriots take on the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 49. And I'm looking forward to this game because it's a battle of 2 good offenses and 2 really good defenses. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about injury news. And, some doctor is accusing our star quarterback of having an injury. We'll get into that in just a second. But welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Brett Alper. If you want to celebrate the Patriots making the Super Bowl, get your t-shirts today. Chatsports.com/wordback. They are comfort colors t-shirts. It's nice. It is durable. It's not going to be one of those shirts that you just go and wash it, and that whole beautiful design that you see right here is going to wash away. No. It is $34.99. We designed this shirt ourselves here at Chat Sports, so get yours today. Celebrate the new era of Patriots football. Tom Brady handing off the torch to Drake Maye. Once again, chatsports.com/we're-back. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. And I think we just got an order, literally as I'm saying it, and it is Jamie P. Shout out to you. Shout out to you buying your shirt. Be like Jamie P. and buy your shirt. So let's get into the injury news. And this was supposed to be about just Robert Spillane here today. But right before we were going live here, if you're joining us on our Monday live show, Twitter doctor, Pro Football Doc, says that Drake Maye has a shoulder injury. So everybody has the question now. And if you looked on NESN, they had the question themselves. Does Drake Maye have a shoulder injury? That's the biggest question. And according to David Chow at Pro Football Doc on Twitter, he tweeted out just some random speculation asking, well, no, not asking, telling. He said Drake Maye injured his right throwing shoulder against the Broncos. How severe the injury is and the exact diagnosis remains to be determined. Heading into Super Bowl 60, I'm far more concerned about Maye's shoulder and Sam Darnold's oblique. And I will say this, if you want some background info on David Chow, he spent 2 decades as the official team doctor for the Chargers and then transitioned to the world of media, and he always provides instant injury analysis for fans of the NFL, NBA, and MLB. And he made the argument that Drake Maye possibly injured his shoulder on Sunday's game. Here's what he had to say. He said, there is little doubt Maye sustained a right shoulder injury with further evaluation needed to determine whether it's an AC joint sprain or a posterior capsular sprain. I hope I'm saying that right. I am not a medical doctor. I was not in the medical field. While the full impact on his availability and effectiveness remains unclear, Chow said the concern level is elevated. And this is the quote from him. I am far more concerned about Drake Maye's right shoulder than Sam Darnold's oblique heading into the Super Bowl. I'm not saying Drake Maye won't play, and I'm not saying this is a season-ending issue. I'm saying that as of Monday, nearly 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, the concern level is reaching higher for Drake Maye's throwing shoulder than it is for Sam Darnold. And in the 4-minute clip, he also went to go in saying, well, he made reasons why. He was like, he's kind of acted, going his shoulder a little bit, going his shoulder like, he was grabbing it. And then 2 plays later, he proceeded to throw a 31-yard pass to Matt Collins. And whoever he was doing his podcast with was like, yeah, it was a good pass. And he was like, well, it was designed. And then they all proceeded to only throw the ball 2 more times. Well, David Chow, do you not realize they didn't throw the ball because there was a blizzard out there? That's the first reason. And also, do you realize that they didn't throw the ball because the Broncos defense was stopping every little thing? Drake Maye stood back there and had multiple times where he had 5, 6 seconds to throw. Covered sack. And they trusted their defense. So they said, we're going to run out the clock. And then the biggest thing that I want to talk about is he said this happened before the flea flicker, because that's the play he was talking about. He was like, well, he threw that 31-yard pass. But he's talking about, his shoulder's injured. This is a complete different situation than Bo Nix. Do we not realize that Drake Maye, on the bootleg run that he had, getting the first down to end the game, he fist pumped as hard as he could with his right shoulder? If you had a hurt shoulder, are you fist pumping? Are you throwing that shoulder almost out? No. And he was also in post-game interviews. He was in post-game celebration. He was in all the locker room videos. He was hugging it up with Mike Vrabel after the game. So how could you say that he has a shoulder injury? Now, I will say this. We've heard nothing from the Patriots because they were traveling back from Denver to New England today, but it is all speculation. This is David Chow being the doctor and seeing and telling you what he sees. So this could all be a bunch of BS. It could be true, but it's all speculation. Pats hadn't said anything, and he was in all posts. So my opinion, he's completely fine. It's football. You're going to have bumps and bruises throughout the entire 20 weeks of playing. You're not going to be 100% in your 20th game of the season. That is just not the case. Go look at the video of Caleb Williams at the Bulls game. He could barely walk, and he was fully healthy. You're going to have bumps and bruises, man. If anything happens, of course, we got you covered on the channel, and that's why I subscribe, but I think this is a bunch of BS. Now let's get to some injury news that actually happened and actually has some knowledge to it. Robert Spillane re-aggravated his ankle injury in yesterday's game, and he was out for the majority of the game. He got it hurt in the first quarter, left, and he did not return. And this was the tweet coming from Patriots Communications that I at first, because the Patriots beat reporter said that it was a head injury. They were wrong. It was an ankle injury, and that is the same ankle that he hurt, that he missed 4 games. You can skip that L3 read because we don't have to go into that. And he missed 4 games because of that ankle injury. Returned for the playoffs after missing 4 games, and he was back for that Chargers game. But Spillane only played 13 13 snaps. And you can see right here, he fell down on the ground. He was getting help up. He went to the locker room, came back out, tried to go back on that ankle, but it did not happen. He did not return to the game, and Jack Gibbons ended up playing the rest of the defense with the green dot on his helmet. And this is a re-aggravation. Like I said, it's not a new injury. This is the foot that he has been dealing the injury with throughout the last couple of weeks, and it obviously was sore. He was obviously limited in practice, but he is a huge part of this Patriots defense. He is the guy that has the green dot on his helmet and tells the calls. He's the Mike backer, and in the playoffs, he's been playing pretty solid. 9 tackles, 2 pass breakups, a PFF grade of 64.7. No, he doesn't have any tackles for loss, but that's because he's playing middle linebacker out there. But when he is not in the game, you can see completely how much different the Patriots defense is when he's on the field and off the field. This would be a massive loss. It goes from the levels of massive losses, Gonzo, then Milton Williams, and then Robert Spillane. Gonzo, the Patriots, they only lost 1 game with Gonzo. Milton Williams, you saw how bad the run defense was without him and how good the run defense was when he came back. For Spillane, when he is out, the Patriots cannot wrap up. This is the first 13 weeks of the season that the Patriots had with Spillane on the field. Only 4.75 missed tackles per game. And then you go to the 4 games that he was out. That went from 4.75 all the way to 9.5 missed tackles per game. So you can see the difference between when Robert Spillane is on the field and Robert Spillane is off the field. It's a massive night and day change. But I do have trust in the one player that will step up in his place. And he has been a massive key player on this Patriots team, Jack Gibbons. And right when Spillane came out of the game, he stepped in. He put on the green dot, and he has been a solid player. You can see from his 2025 stats that he's just as good. And he is the 3rd guy on the depth chart, even behind Jelani Tavai. 71 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 4 pass breakups. And that PFF grade is even better than Spillane's in the playoffs. He is a solid player. And if that's who is going to have to be stepping in for Spillane, then that will be the guy. But I do have a little bit of confidence that Spillane will be okay and playing in the Super Bowl. One reason, because he spoke after the game. He was a part of the post-game celebration. He had the T-shirt on, and then he talked to the media after. And the last question that they asked him was, of course, well, how's the ankle? And he had just this to say, very quick, and then he ran off, kind of jogged off. They said, how's the ankle? We'll get better and be ready to go. And the Super Bowl is 13 days away. If this was next Sunday, I'd be a lot more concerned. But with Robert Spillane getting 2 weeks of rest, that helps way more than just 7 days. Trust me, I've had a sprained ankle before. I'm still dealing with one from 5 years ago. But it helps a lot for 2 weeks than a week. So I got confidence that he will play in 2 weeks from now, Sunday's game against Seattle. If you want Robert Spillane to be healthy, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Don't jinx it. Because if you do, well, if you don't like it, then he might not play in the Super Bowl. Hit that thumbs up icon right now. For the other guy that is hurt, Harold Landry, not too optimistic. He did not practice throughout the week. He tried to give it his all against the Texans, tried to give it his all against the Chargers, and he only played about 10 snaps. I think that knee injury is something serious. You could see the production fall off from the beginning of the year, leading the Patriots in sacks, and then he hasn't really done much the last 6 weeks after missing a bunch of games and then in the playoffs. So we'll see. I hope he gets out there. I hope he's healthy because that would be a loss, but the Patriots have stepped up in his replacement. But I'm wishing the best for him. On the back half of the show, we'll talk about the 2 Seahawks injuries that everybody has their eye on. But before we do that, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you can cash in. There's a new feature on Prize Picks. They have early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And with the new social feeds feature, you can share prize picks with your friends, copy lineups from winners with a single click, copy lineups you like, or use them as inspiration for your own picks. Look, football is going to end, but that doesn't mean the party stops on prize picks. You have baseball right around the corner, motorsports, basketball, it does not matter. You can play any single sport, even esports on prize picks, guys. Takes 30 seconds to make a lineup, but you got to download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, this morning, Mike McDonald spoke to the media because they did not have to travel all the way back to Seattle. They were already playing there. And the head coach, he said that Sam Darnold and Charles Cross are going to be sore from the NFC title game, and the Seahawks will be working through Brady Russell's hand injury and Drake Thomas's shoulder injury. Drake Thomas is their starting linebacker. That's one you have to look at. He's been playing through this injury, so I think that he's going to play in the Super Bowl. But the main injuries that I'm looking at are Sam Darnold and Charles Cross, because Charles Cross is their starting left tackle, and we know damn well you need a good left tackle in the NFL. Just look at Will Campbell and how he has struggled a little bit, but bounced back a little bit yesterday. 76.3 overall grade, 79.1 pass blocking grade. He is their best protector on the field for Sam Darnold. Only 2 sacks the entire season and 27 pressures allowed. If he can't go, Sam Darnold, you're going to be running for your life, man, because I trust K'Lavon Chaisson. I trust Milton Williams and Christian Barmore to get through that interior defense. So he's going to be running. And if they hit him a bunch, that oblique is going to hurt a lot more than it was when you're protected. So that's what we're talking about here. Sam Darnold's oblique. And it just came up randomly before their first game. Was he going to be able to play in the divisional round? Of course he did, because he was all right. And then you didn't really see much in that divisional game. But in the championship game, that's where it got a little bit different. Because you could see on the sideline from this picture right here that it was hurting. It was really hurting. They put the heating pad over. Now, did it really make a difference? No, he threw for over 350 yards, and JSN had pretty much over 130. But Sam Darnold needs to be out there, because his playoff stats in 2 games, I'd hate to say it, he's outplaying Drake Maye. 70% completion percentage, 470 yards, 4 touchdowns. He has not yet thrown an interception. And we know Sam Darnold sees ghosts. Hasn't thrown one yet. Wait till you play the Patriots defense, my guy. Then we'll see what happens. But Darnold will play. We'll see him in the Super Bowl. And it's crazy to think, if you would have told me 4 years ago, oh yeah, Sam Darnold's going to be starting for the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. But how bad is his oblique? That will be the question. If you hit him a bunch and Charles Cross can't go and he's getting pressured every single play, then that might be a little different. He might not be able to move out there as well, but you have to assume that he is fully healthy. You have to prepare like he's fully healthy, and you can't change your game plan whatsoever. Still got confidence in the Patriots, though. And David Chow, we'll see if you're right about Drake Maye's injury, bud. By the way, before we get on out of here, I want to hear what your guys' favorite Super Bowl memory is. This is the 12th time the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl, so there are a lot to choose from. Let me know down in the comments section what your favorite memory is. For me, it's from the previous Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl when Malcolm Butler picked it. I ran around my house probably 7 times, 8 times. I was screaming my ass off. But let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that sub button. We keep you up to date with all Patriots news and rumors. You're not going to want to miss out. So go ahead, hit that sub button right now. And as always, let's go Pats. Boom. Julian Edelman foot catch. I was like, he caught that. He caught that. The Malcolm Butler pick was legendary for me. I kicked my whole family out the house to watch it alone. My mom and my brother went to a Super Bowl party, and I stayed back. I ordered a Papa John's pizza, and I sat and watched the game by myself. And then I remember my one friend who's an Eagles fan, He called me up. He was like, damn, they're going to win the Super Bowl. And I was like, it ain't over yet. And then Kearse caught that ball, and I immediately hung up on his ass. And I threw my phone. And then I'm just pacing around, and Butler picked it. And unbelievable. Unbelievable. Houday, what's your favorite Super Bowl memory? You got one. Was it the Phantom Hold? Was it the Phantom Holding call? That venue was awesome. I am going to have a really, really... I don't like the Super Bowl being in Santa Clara for one reason. It's an outdoor stadium, and the kickoff time will be 3:30, so it's going to be broad daylight. I don't like Super Bowls being during the day. I like the primetime feel. And it's not going to feel like a primetime game because There you go.
It's gonna feel like, since it's in California, it's gonna feel like the Rose Bowl. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean,
not the Super Bowl, but the Rose Bowl.
If you go and watch like highlights of Super Bowl 50, that's the first thing I notice. I'm like, it's broad daylight. I mean, obviously the second half is at night, but the first half, I'm like, if it doesn't have that aura. Big Billy J, Nick Howerton has arrived. Is that your Wednesday live stream on Monday? No, we'll probably still go live on Wednesday. We'll probably still go live. We decided to come in, talk about it. Also wanted to rant about David Chow. I hope that's how you say his name. That would have a lot of undertones if it didn't. Big Daddy Joe, Super Bowl 36, winning the first one. I don't remember that Super Bowl. I was 4. I was 4. What's my prediction? 31-27 Patriots. Oh my God. Mainstream media is absolutely I haven't seen one person pick the Patriots. Everybody on ESPN picked the Seahawks. Everybody on ESPN picked the Seahawks. I was like, good. I'm leaning into it too.
Weird being the underdog, huh?
Oh, have you seen the meme?
What?
Remember the meme back in 2017 with the Eagles, the dog?
Oh, yeah.
We're photoshopping it on Drake May's face.
Oh, really? So you're stealing
oh,
fandoms?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I might have a picture of it. I'm trying to see. There we go.
You guys being underdogs is hilarious.
Literally.
You guys being underdogs is hilarious.
At least we didn't do that corny-ass saying that Bo Nix coined.
What?
We're the overdogs.
Ew.
You not remember that? Moose did a whole video on it. I produced it for him. Said, we're the overdogs. It's like, that is the corniest shit I've ever heard. You know who everyone picked last year? Kansas City. Yeah. I give a shout out to Big Daddy Joe every single time, DeMario. Every single time. Not only is he a Patriots real one, but he literally lives in my hometown. Sorry to dox you. Shout out to 302. What's going on, Nick Johnson? It'll make that much. How many questions we got? Keep asking your questions, guys. We got 100 people in the chat. 100 people in the chat. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that sub button. Ton of questions. Warriors, come out and play. "35 years. My shout out goes out to Brandon Schooler, unsung hero of that game. I did give a shout out to Schooler. He's the only special teams guy I enjoyed yesterday. I'm probably going to come back to Delaware. I'm going to go to the NASCAR All-Star race. I'm going to go to the All-Star race. Except my friends lived... my friends all live in Wilmington now. And my brother moved out to Cali. Oh, Mr. Snoopy, it's hilarious. Got Leonard Taylor off the Jets. They cut him. We picked him off the practice squad. Oh, yeah. Time in the Buckeye. How we doing? What's going on? You taunted the Broncos chat when during the live stream yesterday, DeMario. They were down bad. Besides JSN, am I scared? I'm scared of Byron Murphy. He's kind of old. I know, but like the whole team, the whole defensive line scares me. You know, one person I'm not scared of? Reek Woolen. Not scared of that. Maybe your boss will let you do the first NASCAR channel at Chat Sports. I would love to talk about it, but every single day, no thank you. Like, imagine doing a NASCAR live stream for 4 hours with no video. That'd be awful. That'd be so bad.
Just be like, all right, play-by-play for the NASCAR, and they all turn left.
All right, all right.
All right, getting up, and he
Chase
in front of him, and then they all turn left again.
Chase Elliott's in the lead. Down the backstretch. Here comes William Byron going into turn 4. They're side by side. Coming to the checkered. William Byron. That's basically it.
Like, oh, cool.
Cool. No, you can't do a live stream of that. Now, if you had like the video right there, if I could show gameplay. Will I continue at Patriots Today next season? Yes. I ain't going anywhere. Only Alan Bestwick can do radio.
It's Patriots Today, tomorrow, and forever.
And forever. You'll get AI Brett. Even though one person actually did AI Brett. Yeah. I'm real drunk and they're turning real left. Yes. Time in the Buckeye. DeReed in the house. Alan Bestwick was the best.
What's up, Time Man?
Carlos, she got a new job, and I took over. What's going on? Live your day positive. How we doing? Hope you're staying positive. Hope you're staying positive. Whenever I see that, do you watch Smiling Friends? Oh, you gotta watch that. You think Landry will be ready to go? Bucks, you must have come in here late. No, I don't. I don't think he's going to be healthy. Oh, Michael, a Seahawks fan, is in here. First in the league in point differential. QB pressures, big plays against the run, defense DVOA. Oh, we got a DVOA nerd in the chat. We got a DVOA. Nick Johnson, will you do Red Sox? 1, I'm not a Red Sox fan. 2, we do have a Red Sox channel. Subscribe to the Red Sox Rundown, hosted by Jack Lotteray. The Mets. Same with Rowley. R.I.P. the man, Benny Parsons, Big Daddy Joe. Coming up on his, he died 19 years ago. January 16th, 2007, yeah. Alrighty. We got enough. Toughless. After 4 years, we finally got a Pats fan as the host for Patriots Today. We're about to start it, Michael. Christian Barmore's lawyer. I do have to talk about that at some point. I do have to talk about it. Do you realize? All right, let's get into it. Are we ready? Alrighty. Yeah, exactly, Michael. Who has the most rings? Who's going to win a rematch? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I literally showed a picture of me when I was a kid wearing Patriots gear. For all the people that don't believe me. But let's get into the mailbag. We can talk about this after. Let's start it talking about the Patriots against the Seahawks and answering your guys' questions. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And yes, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl once again. It was a long 7-year drought. You know, second graders, if they were second graders, they did not see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Kind of crazy to say, but the drought is short. But on today's show, of course, every live stream, we do a mailbag answering all your questions, especially ones that you have about this game right here. This game right here, the Seahawks against the Pats. Sunday, 6:30, February 8th. We got a long time away, a long break, but we got you covered here on Patriots Today. That's why you subscribe. But also, I want to see down in the chat, who do you got? Who you got? I see while we're doing the live stream, I saw a couple of Seahawks fans in there. So go ahead, drown them out. Spam your NEs down in the chat. Go for me right now. I want to see the whole entire comment section going NE. Going NE. So let me know down in the comment section. Nicholas Howerton coming in with a 20. Appreciate your super chat, my guy. The real GOAT. Hey, no, you're the real GOAT, my guy. I appreciate you. Do you think McDaniel should get Henderson more involved on the offense? Get the two-headed monsters going or just keep feeding Ramondre? So I'm pretty sure Henderson only had 10 snaps against the Broncos on Sunday. And I kind of agree with it. They have tried to get Henderson involved in the running game, but he can't go between the tackles yet. He doesn't have the best vision. And when you're going up against so much of these good defenses, like the Chargers, like the Texans, like the Broncos, and now you're going up against one of the best defenses in Seattle, they all have good run games, so you can't really bounce outside. And you've tried to get him involved in the screen game. It just hasn't worked. For Ramondre, he's strong, he's built, and he's kind of quick. He's shifty with finding holes. So that's the main thing, is that he can use his strength and also bounce inside. Henderson doesn't have that skill just yet. So I like what they're doing. I like feeding Ramondre more. And as long as he's not fumbling the ball, I don't think he's fumbled since week 5 of the NFL season. I want to see Ramondre getting this ball 110%. Appreciate you, though, for the $20 super chat, Nick Howerton. Connor, who scares you on the Seahawks defense? Everybody on that defensive line, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Byron Murphy, DeMarcus Lawrence, Leonard Williams? Yeah, all of those guys. I was making sure I got his name right. I almost said Quinnen Williams, and he's on the Cowboys. Getting those two mixed up, two Williams. But, I mean, those guys are unfreaking believable. Their whole entire front seven, they are just as vicious as the Patriots defense. And you can see right here. I will say these numbers, because the Seahawks run a little bit different defense, so the tackle numbers are way higher than the Patriots. But you can see with the sacks, the interior where the Seahawks get a lot more sacks, but the pressures. Milton Williams missed 5 games. And you can see right here, he only has 4 less pressures than Byron Murphy. He only has 13 less pressures than Leonard Williams. And then you look at DeMarcus Lawrence, who's on the edge, 53 tackles, 6 sacks. He gets to the quarterback a ton. So I'm not scared of the secondary. I think Devin Witherspoon isn't that great. And you like that social plant read? Yeah. I don't mind the secondary whatsoever because I think Devin Witherspoon is kind of overrated. Reek Woolen got torched yesterday, so I'm not scared of that. But that front seven is the biggest thing I am worried about for the Seahawks. If Drake May can get time to throw, he's going to pick that defense apart no matter what. Reed's favorite man joining the comment section, Mr. 86 yards himself. Who is going to be the X Factor versus Seattle? And, I'm not going to go and be like, oh, it's got to be this specific player. It's got to be this guy. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, it's got to be Stephon Diggs. It's going to have to be Milton. It's got to be Gonzo. No, I'm not going to go that. It's very simple who's the X Factor. It's Drake May. If he plays his best game and he plays like he did during the regular season, he's going to win the Super Bowl. He's going to win MVP. If he plays bad, if he plays a game like he did against the Los Angeles Chargers, if he plays like he did against the Houston Texans or even on Sunday against the Denver Broncos, they're going to lose. You have to score points to win football games, especially in the Super Bowl when you're going up against a team that has Jackson Smith-Njigba and, shockingly, Sam Darnold. You have to do that. If Drake May wants to win the game, he's going to have to play his best ball. And he's going to have to turn the clock, which not a far clock back, but literally you're going to have to go back to the regular season, which was 5 weeks ago. So 72% completion percentage compared to 55 in the playoffs. His yards per game has gone down tremendously. His touchdowns per game has gone down. The interceptions have gone up. But the one thing that you see here, and that Drake Maye is kind of figuring it out, is the rushing yards. That RYPG is rushing yards per game. It has gone from 26.5 to 47.5. I trust Drake Maye to turn it back up, because if you saw Tom Brady, he also had a lot of games where he struggled in the AFC Championship and he turned it up in the Super Bowl. But it's up to Drake Maye. If he wants to win this game, he's going to have to play his best. I want to see him completing passes. I don't want to see balls going into the dirt. I want to see that deep ball that we saw all the way through the regular season. I want to see him having perfect pocket presence. I don't want to see him fumbling the ball 6 times, because if the Seahawks get pressure on him, that's what's going to happen. And that's how you lose games, getting the Seahawks back in good field position. But I know this defense is going to be able to stop Sam Darnold. I know that Sam Darnold has seen ghosts before. He'll see them again. They stopped the Broncos. They stopped the Texans. They stopped the Chargers. Those are all playoff teams. You can stop Sam Darnold. It is all up to the offense. And I have trust in Drake Maye to pick it back up. He lets one mistake happen. He literally puts it back to the side and he says, I forgot all about it. I have trust in Drake. And the one thing that I have trust in Drake is because even when he played bad all of Sunday, he still made the game-winning play. I thought it was all Josh McDaniels. But this, according to Boston Herald reporter Andrew Callahan, he said this: the play that sent the Patriots to the Super Bowl was not by design. It was Drake Maye taking the game into his own hands on a naked bootleg for the ages. And they asked a player on the line of scrimmage, on the offensive line. And he quoted and said, I hit my block, and all the defenders started running the other way. And he was like, oh my God. Because Drake Maye said, I see this, I know I can make the play. He trusts himself, and I have trust in him to go out and win his first Super Bowl in only his second season. Do you have the trust in Drake Maye? Let me know down in the comments section. Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. We're going to get to some more of your guys' questions, but first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. You know, New England is in the big game, and we are getting closer and closer, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get into the football action before next season. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. And if your picks are right, you can cash in. Everybody's favorite new feature alert. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your player gets out to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You can find your community on Prize Picks. With new social feeds, you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. And guys, just because football is about to end does not matter. You can pick 2 players from any sport. Motorsports. You know I'm a big motorsports guy. You know that for a fact. Baseball's right around the corner. Basketball's going on, and even esports. But you got to download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Oh, dog! I don't think we should be as scared of Seattle, in my opinion. We have a better defense than them, and we've played better defenses. Do you agree? I agree with the second half of that statement that we have played better defenses because you go up against the Broncos, the Texans, and the Chargers, and the Browns. They all have great defenses, but we don't have a better defense than Seattle. I'll just tell you that right now. They are good, all well-rounded. They are going to be the hardest defense that you have played, and you've gone up against the second hardest defense. They have the number 1 in whatever nerd analytics that you could possibly think of. The Seahawks are number 1. They're a great team for a reason. There's a reason why they're in the Super Bowl, and they've dominated the last couple of weeks. And you look at that front 7 that we already talked about at the beginning of this mailbag. You were going to have to stop that. You were going to have to rely on your offensive line. And the question is, can Will Campbell hold? Can Morgan Moses hold? Can Jared Wilson? Can Garrett Bradbury? Can Micah Wenu? Can all those players hold and protect Drake Maye? I'm a little scared of the Seattle defense. Tiny bit scared of their offense. Only their wide receiver, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Kirby Gaiman! Do you think we have a chance to win if our defense can get to Sam Darnold to turn the ball over a lot? He turned the ball over more than any other quarterback this year. Good question. And with Charles Cross dealing with an injury, if he is out, that is going to be a huge problem for this offense because you're going to have to rely on your backup left tackle. And you could see the PFF grades right here, just how good they are specifically in the pass blocking. That is almost 80 grade. And then K'Lavon Chaisson with how good he is playing. You bring a safety blitz. You bring that cornerback blitz with Marcus Jones. And you get pressure to the quarterback. But right now, Sam Darnold's playing perfect. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 70% completion percentage. You have to blitz Sam Darnold. And I know that the worst part about their defensive line or offensive line is their center, is their interior offensive lineman. That's where they struggle the most. And if you have Christian Barmore and Milton Williams getting in between those tackles, bulldozing, it's going to be a long day for the ghost man himself, Sam Darnold. He might be seeing ghosts once again. I don't think he's ever beaten the Patriots. Let's hope it doesn't happen 2 weeks from now. Kish! Do you think our kicker is going to be a problem? No, not really, but there is one thing that I'm concerned about, and in other Super Bowls, how they're always in a dome, you never have to worry about weather. This Super Bowl is going to be outside. Granted, it is Santa Clara, California, where it's going to be nice and probably a little bit warm, but he did miss some kicks. But I have seen him make a 59-yard field goal. He missed a 46-yard field goal. He missed an easier field goal. The weather conditions were not good. If he makes his first field goal in the Super Bowl, I can guarantee you that he is going to make this no matter. He's going to make every single kick no matter what. But if not, then that's going to be a problem. All right, Carlos, what's happening with Barmore? Will he be available for the Super Bowl? So he has some accusations against him, and that's where we'll go from there. But I have to check. I'm not 100% sure. If you did see that he's also dealing with some accusations, and he has a court case that is later after the Super Bowl. It was moved back. But for Barmore, the court case was originally scheduled for like 3 to 4 days before the Super Bowl. So if it was pushed back, then he will be able to play. If not, then we'll have to see. But I did not see anything about moving his court case back. I know that it was moved back for Stephon Diggs, so that's not something to worry about. But we'll find out later in the week what is going on with that once they traveled to San Fran and Santa Clara. But we'll get you updated that as soon as possible. Jose Cruz! Are we all we got and all we need? We're all we got! We all we need. Great mantra, man. Great mantra. I love that slogan. Every single Super Bowl year, they've had a perfect slogan. I'll never forget the Do Your Job slogan. That was one of the best. I think this is going up there with one of the most special teams that we have seen for the Patriots. And I can't believe that they're once again back in the Super Bowl. I'm excited. I'm super excited. If you're excited about the Pats being back in the Super Bowl, type your me's down in the comment section. Light it up. And while you're down there, also click the link. chatsports.com/we're-back. We're selling t-shirts, baby. Pats Today has some merch. Tom Brady passing off the torch to Drake Maye. So get your shirts today while they last. If you want to get them before Super Bowl, you better buy them right now. So hit that link down and also subscribe to the channel. We keep you guys updated with Patriots content every single day, and we're going to do it every day leading up to the Super Bowl. So hit that sub button, and as always, let's go Pats. Boom. Gibbs, get your t-shirt, my guy. Dashy, I do think we can shut down K9. I do think we can shut down K9. What are my thoughts on the Patriots offense to get them going? Just protect Drake Maye. If you give him time to throw, he'll make the play. Tackling's got to be on point.
Give time for Maye, he'll make the play.
Bars. Christopher, if we'll see. If Spillane's not out there, that's a problem. Ooh, I like that. Arnold's sending me more T-shirt designs. Landry's hurt. I don't want to do any speculation. I don't want to be like Pro Football Doc, but I seriously think he has something torn on his knee and he's going to need surgery after the season. I think that is what it is. Amanda, we'll be going live Wednesday. Seahawks defense, Charlicia. Christian Barmore's lawyer. My grandpa broke his TV when Mac Jones was playing in 2023 one week. He's now okay with Maye.
You want to hear something funny? There's this post on Instagram right now, and it says Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady earned rave reviews for NFC Championship call for them in the booth. Mike Golick Jr. says, I cannot say I'm shocked that the Hall of Fame QB, known for his insane work ethic, got better in a hurry. They're a great listen. That's so true. It's like, oh, wow, he was not great in his first year, but now he's gotten better. Wow, crazy.
Crazy.
Work ethic.
I think this is, his third season doing it? He's gotten better. He sucked when he first started. The Ravens have requested to interview Declan Doyle for their head coaching position. Brady has been dissing New England. It is what it is. Don't we all love Drake May? Nest Force, what's going on? Do we want Tom Brady to pick the Pats? I wish Tom Brady would just praise them. Be biased. Be the J.J. Watt of the Patriots. Every time J.J. Watt literally calls Texans games, that man feels like he's still on the team. I agree. He's jealous. I agree he's extremely jealous. 2 feet of snow can be a comfy, natural coach. Well, Tom Brady is from the San Francisco area. Yeah, he says he'll be at the Super Bowl. NBC. Tirico and Collinsworth. Now here's a guy. It's hilarious how no one wants the Browns head coaching job, canceling interviews left and right. They just interviewed Nate Shellhouse. I can't say that right. Shieldhouse, the Rams passing game coordinator.
If Time Man's still here, this is my official guess of who the Browns head coach will be in 2026. Drum roll, please. Jim Schwartz.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're not going to find anyone. They're going to promote him.
We'll see. Hopefully, no, Jack is still at home, Big Daddy Joe. It was, I keep getting calls. Well, hi, Angel. Don't make me blush. Houday, Reed was the producer yesterday when we did the duck race.
Houday, it was my idea to do the duck race.
The pressure of the Super Bowl will affect Mayor Darnold's gameplay. Yeah, I mean the first drive, your jitters are crazy. The Moose race. Is that Reed, Jose Cruz? It is Reed because
it is. I'm staying incognito because I don't really feel like being on camera today.
Look, there was only 6 people who could get to the office today. If you go watch a lot of Chat Sports videos, they're all at home style, just in front of a camera. I live so close, so I was like, I'm coming in. The Moose race was wild. Lord Doggo!
What's up, Charlicia? Yeah, nobody bought me a drink, unfortunately. I was, hey, we just hit an hour.
It's so vague.
What?
He sent me it. I can barely see it. See it. Nestforce, chat was brutal to Dylan yesterday. Nestforce, you were brutal to Dylan. You need to apologize to him. Eight more likes for 100. Can we get 8 more likes before we get on out of here? The Super Bowl is in 13 days, and the Patriots are rumored to be wearing the all-whites. I know, United. I know. Dylan does a great job every single day. Every single day. I can't complain. I looked back at the chat, Nestforce. You called him McLovin. You called him Robbie from Victorious.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
I went back and looked at the chat. The only person that was praising Dylan was me and my sister. 2 more likes. 2 more likes, guys. Come on. We got to break in these new. Dylan has been here for over a year. Dylan started the same day that I did here at Chat Sports. The same day. Me and Dylan started the same exact day. We're wearing the all-whites, Banger Wave, according to Mike Reese. Alrighty. Swear on Drake May. And buy a shirt, Nestforce. You too, Charlie. Yeah, apparently we're wearing all whites. All right, guys. It's about time to get on out of here. 6:30 Eastern time. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. A rare Monday live. Shout out to Nicholas Howerton that came in with a 20 earlier. 101 likes. Glad you came in, Jose Cruz. Get your shirts while you can. I don't know how many how long we're going to be selling these for. I don't know how long. So get them while they last. But we will see you guys. Just because we went live today does not mean we do not go live on Wednesday. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. And as always, let's go Pats.